Welcome everybody to Mr. Diego Tutoring here on Instagram and Crushing Chemistry on YouTube. Today I brought you a very tricky question about states of matter, paper 1A IB Chem style question. So let's get right onto it. It says, what happens as ice melts at 0 degrees? This is a super important distractor because it wants to know what happens at exactly 0 degrees. As we know, 0 degrees is the melting point of water, is when the particles go from solid to liquid. So if we look at the graph here, we start with the ice cube. We're supplying constant heat. It starts at -10, right? Between the solid and the liquid, you start by using this heat. The molecules use this heat to raise the temperature. And then we get to a very important stage called latent heat. This stage is when the particles are using all the heat not to increase temperature, but to actually separate the molecules and breaking the intermolecular forces, or at least reducing the intermolecular forces. So let's see here. Alternative 1, molecules gain kinetic energy and temperature increases. That is not true for the point at exactly 0 degrees, because at exactly 0 degrees is the melting point of water. That's when the latent heat kicks in and the molecules are using the heat or the energy provided to actually change states, to separate. So this is not true. Number 2, added energy overcomes hydrogen bonds between the molecules. That is true. If you are trying to separate the molecules, you need to overcome whatever intermolecular force is going on between the molecules. And that happens both in the melting point and in the boiling point in order to separate the particles. So question 2 is correct. 3, molecules gain sufficient energy to move from fixed positions. That is also true. The solid state is known for having fixed positions. The molecules vibrate in fixed positions very close to each other. And then on the liquid, they're a little bit further apart and they don't have fixed positions. That's why liquids can flow. It's the right one. It's alternative C, 2 and 3 only. All right. Hope this helps. And I see you next time we crush some more IB chemistry questions. See you next time. Have a good one, y'all. See you later.